Hello, welcome to today's edition of What You Eat,
where we will discuss what we are eating and our thoughts about it. So what do we have? What do we have for dinner today, Ren?
Well, today we have this fortune cookie, and it's from, I believe the origins come from Dragon Gate Restaurant, which is located nearby. So it's locally produced, it's
organic.
Might as well be organic. Today, in these days, green is everything. So, well, shall we? Shall we try?
We shall.
All right, I'm a little skeptical. I'm very particular about my fortune cookie, crispness, flavor, everything's just very, hard to do. So
the aesthetic appeal of this cookie is particularly striking to me. It's in a clear package, but there are these red patterns on it, which I really feel like contrast. It contrasts very well with the yellow of the cookie.
Right. It's the presentation. I give it a 4 star. 4 stars. Well, let's dive in, shall we?
All right, hold on. How did they expect me to eat this? I was unsure.
I don't know. I guess you break it. It's unclear. Just take just a little bit. When you're tasting, you only want a very small amount of the food itself. You want to waste the rest of it. Just leave it on the plate. Just only take a little amount. So this much. Now, the thing that strikes me at first when it reaches my palate is that it's very crunchy.
Yeah, the texture
is just texturous.
Yeah.
It's just the texture.
The outside is smooth, but right when I bit into it, I could feel the grains on my tongue, and that really goes along with the name fortune cookie.
It brings fortune to your tongue.
Yeah, very fortuitous.
Yes.
I feel like that's a very good description.
I feel like it is as well. I don't know about the color scheme though. It's a little bland looking. I'd go with more vibrant colors, especially since we're in springtime, We need some browns, some greens.
Agree.
Right?
And,
What does your fortune say?
Your future is as boundless as the lofty heaven. Smiley face.
Well, I'd say to this fortune cookie, your future is boundless as well. Let's move on, shall we? What do we have next? Ah, yes, we have this. Let's put a little dabble on our hand.
Some pepper.
Yes.
Might have gotten a little bit too much there.
My first thought is it's very peppery.
Agreed. I thought it would be salty, but no. I'm very surprised.
Right. This is not salty at all. In fact, I would use a little bit of salt to this. I would add some salt. It's a little too unbalanced here on my palate. And we like to play with all the flavors on our palates,
The color scheme for this one, in contrast to the fortune cookie, is very nice because there is some very dark black in here, just peppered with a little bit of gray and white. Not exactly sure, what the purpose of that was, but
I'm going for a modern twist. What do you think?
I really like
It's
it.
very modern plating, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'd say it's a little hard to consume, The general public wouldn't have a good time doing this. They wouldn't know what to do since we're so, intelligent and experienced.
We're food critics.
We're very seasoned.
This is what we do.
This is what we do, yes. We're critics, so...
But, thinking about this on a first date, I don't know how comfortable I would be eating it in this manner.
Right, of course,
So, maybe not in that situation, I wouldn't bring that out. But a third or fourth date, when, you're getting accustomed to the other person and their style of eating and just becoming more comfortable.
Right. So, style of eating is very, very, very indicative of what kind of person you are. If you're a chewer, or if you're a slurper, a licker even. I think this one Priel is actually a licker. She's got a tongue that's designed to lick. Actually, no. So what do we have next, Priel?
Next up for our kind of drink, but a very interesting twist on a drink. is a antacid tablet.
Right. It's deconstructed is what it is, right? This is what they call a deconstruction of a plate, where they take the elements and make them into single elements.
Yes, agreed. But what is interesting about this antacid tablet is that not only is it supposed to be tasty, but I've been told that it also has calcium for,
Oh, wow.
So not only food critics, I feel like we're nutritionists now.
Right. We are, in fact.
So,
well, let's take this. No, it's very chalky.
Yes.
I don't know about the texture.
Feels like a malty sort of aftertaste on my tongue.
It's very heavy on my tongue.
But
in fact, I feel like I'm eating chalk.
I'm not sure how on its own, I feel like I very much enjoyed this tablet, but, juxtaposing it with our previous dishes, I'm not exactly sure how the chefs were planning on making it fit in with everything else.
I don't know. What were they thinking? This is preposterous.
So,
they were just not thinking in the grand picture of things. Like, this is the bigger picture, this is a full meal. You have to please your consumer from start to finish.
Yeah, the tablet I would give a 4, but the entire meal, maybe 3 stars, if even. But I don't know, Ren, what do you think?
I say 2.5. 2.5, really. Subpar.
Okay.